Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor and M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the Baltimore Ravens. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Here's Mack. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. Room to run inside the 40. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. Hauschka adds the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. So an onside kick fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, They must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game. That maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They've got to steal it and try and gain an advantage. And they tried. They just didn't get it done.
Here's the first carry for Alex Collins. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
They're going to try and throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And he'll actually lose 6 yards on the return, but I don't think they care. They've got the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
They run with Hines. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Tackle made there by Tony Jefferson.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Looking to throw. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. Back to throw now on first down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. A nice move he had, but can't break away. And he's brought down just inside the 30. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it a second down. Here's Hines. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On 3rd down, that's Matt. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. They give it off here to the tight end. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Now the gadget play here on 4th down winds up backfiring. And the Ravens are going to get the football back.
No. Check. Patriot. Here we go now. Blue 90.
try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jabal Sheard in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
All right, here we go. Green.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Hot.
They'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on third down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. Fielded at the 20. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field. And he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Well, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They're going to look to throw. And caught right side, Green. There goes Green. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A.J. Green with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Colts strike quickly here for 6 points. Hauschka with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to wind up in there. He's got him in, complete. The 30, 10, and he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A big play there, 81 yards. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7.
Oh, shit, that's what it is.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. No, check, Patriot, Patriot. Detroit, Detroit.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Back to throw here. Green's got it over the middle. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. Back to throw. And able to find Green. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. This quarterback now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Colts in possession of the football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Now a toss play. This is Mack looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
That's good.
Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Yeah.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Throwing left side here, and it's complete.
Whoever you just lost to, bro.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That goes for a gain of 31.
I watched this shit, man. And then when you had that,
coaches really
like
don't
the
care
last
from
little
what
bit,
position
man,
they
when you threw
get
the ball
this.
and threw that interception, man, you should have just ran it, bro.
Rack
You
ability
do your run plays
is
for
often the
54
difference
yards,
between
man. You
winning
should
and
have ran
losing
it.
and changing field position.
They'll run with Mack.
All right.
And this carry, despite the good move, will be stopped short of the 10. Marlon Humphrey with the tackle defensively.
And as one of those who like to blitz even on run downs, it confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Running backs or something, man. At your back, man.
Detroit!
He'll drop to throw. His pass caught at the 4. And that'll get him to 1st down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where
Yeah,
it's
I
coming
know what
from.
you mean, bro.
Tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing
I
game
know
because
what
they
you
should be
mean.
an easy outlet.
I watched this shit, man. I said, damn, Reese, bro. You had it, man. You had it, bro.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him to mess it up.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A.J. Green, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. And it's no good. No, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, Collins. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 12 yards to pick up there, good for a Raven first.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage is coming through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Yeah.
Here's a first down run with Collins. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
All right, here we go.
Now a give to Collins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. They run with Collins. And an alley to run. There goes Alex Collins. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Alex Collins with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score.
Yeah, I see you talking about that shit, man.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Uses the spin. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field.
Nah, I'm gonna miss that.
A run by Mack to start the drive. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They don't want it, fellas. They don't want it. Keep playing hard, fellas. All day. Whoa. Let's get it. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Got 4. Got 4. Check out.
Now a toss play. It's Hines. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the play.
Now the Ravens able to get to him. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17.
I'm going to work Wednesday. I'll be getting off about 1:30 Wednesday.
They'll look to throw here. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well.
Shit.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He hits Jermaine Kearse. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right, it felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Yeah, like I said, we could have picked this shit off. We damn sure picked it off.
Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Take this shit down.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10.
Yeah, I didn't see the leader or whatever. But
starting the drive with a give to Mack. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
The good old toss play. And this time they go to the left side, so give a lot of credit to the offensive line. Center, guard, tackle, able to seal that side. But the guy that we don't give enough credit to, wide receivers. They have to do a great job of blocking downfield. Otherwise, that play can be spilled in the backfield. In this case, everyone handled their responsibilities, and they picked up.
And this is caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A.J. Green on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Colts add on to their lead. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks. It won't hurt their team. It won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue line.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
All right, here we go.
All right, that might have been my brother Joe, because he was
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Detroit! Detroit!
They go play action here on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Green.
Yeah, I played that on line the other day, man.
40 before he's taken down. That goes for a gain of 31. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Complete outright to Kurz. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. This quarterback now 13 of 15 passing. That's good for 87%. It's 1st and 10. Now back to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. They'll set up to throw. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. A.J. Green in the final seconds of the first half. And the Colts are able to grow their lead.
That's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. That'll be taken in the end zone. So we come to halftime here with the visiting Colts taking the lead to the locker room, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is I'm
doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. But a lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out as they did.
Well, a decent little gain puts them in a pretty good spot for second down.
Here we go now. Blue 90.
They go again with Collins. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
3 down. Now let's go. 3-19.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. And able to get get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or a man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46.
Green 39! Green 39!
They'll look to throw now on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is caught. A big play that time for the Ravens. 53 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Hurry up, here we go! Blue line it!
They'll run it with Williams. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens cut into that lead. And his kick is right through. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Staying on the ground with Mack. Able to avoid him at the 40. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now a carry from Mack. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down.
Whether it's what we call an even front or an odd front, and an odd front's real easy to figure out. If that guy is lined up over the nose of the center, typically that's an odd front defense. Odd number of people, meaning 3-4 versus the 4-3, which is an even front. You've got to control those guys in the middle. Whether it's the nose or the 2 defensive tackles in a 4-man front, if those guys can't get moved, you cannot run the ball in the middle of the field. And in that play, they were able to actually take care of business.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Watch it now, Barney!
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A.J. Green, 45 yards. And the Colts add on to their lead. Now the offense will stay out there. They're going to line up and try for 2. They'll look to throw. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational. You have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They'll begin the drive with Collins. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. Jamal Sheard on the stop.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
He'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down. A nice, safe throw and a good one.
And another timeout taken by the Colts. And that's going to leave him with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back.
Here we go now. 319. 319.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards.
Now let's go. Green.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kevin Minter in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. On second down, Williams. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Give him 3 yards on the run. Now they'll need to draw up something good here on 3rd and 13.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Now let's go. 3.
Looking to throw. He finds Coleman. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Corey Coleman, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens get a bit closer. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? But everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
Back now in Baltimore. It's the Colts. They've got control of the football. They also have the lead as we start the 4th. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Now Mack. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Hilton's first catch, good for a first down. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
the gun. They'll look to throw. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. He felt the pressure coming there. That was a good job of just making something out of nothing, so to speak.
Yeah, took the hit and still made the play. You know, when we talk about runners, all right, and on running plays, runs after contact, we call that getting dirty yards, tough, gritty ones. To me, that's like the version of a dirty pass. He knows he's going to get smacked, yet still delivers the football and picks up good yardage.
They'll set up a throw, and they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down, and the Ravens are going to get the football back. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
To throw now on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play.
And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off at the 14, and he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Hauschka adds the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And the Ravens taking the field.
Here we go. 3-19.
After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. And the throw here, that's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll drop to throw. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. Willie Snead all alone. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Willie Snead, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Ravens cut into that lead. Great corner out there, not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field, and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go to the top again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. They're going to look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's done. And that one results in 35 yards. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth-quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They keep it on the ground. Mack again. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. And the lead will grow. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards down. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 15. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing it.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. All told, it's an even 30 and a 1st down.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. Here's Hines on the toss play. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Here's Mack on the toss. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. That one looks like he'll throw here. And they're waving pressure too much. Down he goes.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3.